Hey Blue Table fans, never mind the orc horde in the background. Today we're going to do a weapon demonstration on our weapons range of the Crisis Suit Fusion Blaster for the Tau. So I have 3 suits armed with that. Now I've only magnetized 3 so far, so this guy's blank. You just have to use your imaginations. And here is a Grey Knight's Land Raider full of Terminators. So this is just a rough demonstration. I kind of want to show you how it can potentially work. Now, in 7th edition, if you wreck a vehicle, the passengers disembark in the normal way, but they can only go up to 3 inches. So they actually have to be within 3 inches of the port. So our Terminators on a wrecked result will be able to actually get out and be up to 3 inches away from that access point. So as you can see, that's actually not overly far. They could get out the front as well. Conceivably, could they be within coherency here? I don't think they could. And in fact, they would really be, you know, kind of crammed into the area there. Of course, the vehicle is a wreck. I'm pretty sure they could be on top of it like that. But anyway, I'll leave those little items to the more expert in the group. Feel free to chime in. If I do or say anything wrong here, I really want to hear about it. And I also want to hear, even more than that, I'd love to hear people's expert opinions on how to do this better and how to be a better player and make your games run more smoothly. Now, Fusion Blaster has 18-inch range, so they get their extra D6 on armor penetration within 9. So we're going to go ahead and pretend it's the movement phase, and that our battle suits move into position into the sweet, just barely within 9 inches slot there. So if you do the math, that depending on how the Land Raider is orientated, the Terminators could be, assuming these guys didn't move, in the assault phase with their jetpacks, which they could be within 6 inches of the suits. My point with doing this, by the way, is to show that you can blow up a vehicle, jump out of range, and then also jump back into range and blow up the occupants the next turn. Of course, they'll be able to shoot, and there's a lot of other battlefield factors. But let's go ahead and start shooting here. So I'd have 6 shots with my fusion guns here. Oh my gosh, are they even called? I think they're fusion rifles. Fusion blasters. Fusion blaster. Thank you, Spencer. Jeez, somebody chime in. Okay, so I need 4 ups to hit. So this would be a slightly below average 2 hits. So, but of course I would get 2d6. So they are strength 8. So here comes my first 2d6, and that would be double 6s. So that would be a pen. And then my next one, so to get a pen, I would need a 15. So I would need a 7 or higher, which means I have a really good chance of rolling that on 2 dice. So there's a 15. So that scored me 2 pens, 6, 6, and 6, 1. Here are the numbers showing on the dice. And so now let's roll on them damage results tables. Now bear in mind I'm getting plus, I do believe it is, I get a +2 to my roll because the Fusion Blasters are AP1. Let me just double check my factoids here. Fusion Blaster, yes, is indeed AP1, which is really nice. And that means I can easily get the explodes result, so I'll roll twice. And I get a 3 and a 1, which becomes a 5 and a 3. And so I do not blow up this Land Raider this time. So my guys, of course, would jump out, and they would go 4 inches, and then they would probably be annihilated the next turn if this were a one-on-one, as the Land Raider disgorges through its assault ramps. So let's take another run at it, see if we can get anything even slightly average. I would say that rolling was an example of below average. However, I would have peeled off 2 hull points. And of course, there could be other factors as well. Oh, another below average 2 hits, but let's roll with that. 7 to pen. So that would be an 8, so that would be a penetrating hit. And that would be a glance. So let's roll my pen. +2 to the result. 5 + 2 is 7 is explodes. So I do believe that gets rid of this. And then where the vehicle used to be is where my guys can be, like that. So now remember, I'm 9 inches away. So out come these guys. And by the way, to blow up a Land Raider just in one salvo is an incredible feat to accomplish. So now I jump away. So on average, I'm going to be 9 inches away. And then I'm going to jump an average of 7 at least. So I'm going to be 16 inches. So I'll roll 9. And then these suits, these guys are going to be 9 plus 9. They're going to be 18 inches away. That is well out of range of any assault. And then, of course, the next turn, they can jump in with their 6 shots. Let's do it again. And, oh, wow, 1 hit. But I think you get the point at this time. Now, if you get a marker light hit on that Land Raider first, that is... oh my gosh, that is even better. And by the way, if your name is Andy and you work at BTP and you're like, hey, those are my guys, well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for post facto allowing me to use your Land Raider in this blowing up a Land Raider demonstration. So hats off to you, Andy. Oh, and by the way, this is him trying to get some chrome effect on there. So anybody with input on that, by all means, chime in. So anyway, so let's say you had a marker light hit on that bad girl, and then you took it off for +1 ballistic skill. Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and say there are 2 marker light hits. Why not? And get that down to 2 ups to hit. So let's go ahead and roll that. Oh, look at that, 5 hits. So now we're going to roll 1, that's a pen, 2, a pen, 3, a pen, 4, nothing, double 1s for that snake eyes, and 5, nothing, I rolled a 3. So 3 pens. So as you can see, it can get ridiculous pretty fast. And of course, if I had gun drones, those would be useless. Shield drones would only be defensive. Marker drones are not networked, so they couldn't be used for the same squads shooting. And of course, it would be useless if you put marker drones here and then blew this guy up. So marker drones are probably, for your fusion blaster unit, probably your best bet is to slap a couple of, or 4 shield drones on there and protect this rather huge investment. By the way, this is right around 150 points right here. So, you know, the shield drones, adding some shield drones on that is a really good investment to keep those battle suits alive. Because even if the shield drones fail their 4-up invuln, well, at least they take the las cannon shot to the face. Folks, thanks for tuning in, and definitely contact BTP for all your assembly and painting needs. And even if it's just a dream of yours, put a feeler out there and find out how it actually would work and how you could split it up and make your dream army come true, because that's what we're about. We're bringing Christmas to middle-aged nerds year-round. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got your tactics for the day.